Hi Manjari, welcome to the Quint.
Hi, Abira. Thank you for having me.
I came to know that you have directed 3 short films and worked as an assistant director with filmmakers like Christopher Nolan, Patty Jenkins, and Vishal Bharadwaj. I mean, that must have been something. Can you tell me how has that experience been and how that has made you make this film, like come to this place right now where you are?
I mean, when you're an assistant director or an assistant any capacity, you're really a fly on the wall. You're invisible. Whatever you're learning and whatever you're doing is pretty much through sort of observation and absorbing as a sponge. So I mean, it's been an incredible journey being on these projects and just watching some amazing filmmakers at work. Because I never went to film school. I my first job was as an assistant on a set, and that's where I learned the craft, and that's where I learned cinema language from Vishalji, where he would have his short list, and I would watch him sort of set a shot, and somehow all of these things find a way when you're working and when you're directing, and of course the short films were like a way of like saying that can I actually direct, or am I just in this thing saying that one day I want to be a director. So that was a good experience to sort of test the directorial skills.
Your father was a part of the film industry. You have known the film industry, but what inspired you to become a filmmaker?
I think there was no like one incident that happened where I was like, oh, I want to be a filmmaker. But I think we, used to go to Prithvi Theatre a lot as kids, and my dad also did a lot of theatre, and it was just watching that same stage kind of transform with every play and become like a new sort of it takes you to a new world. And same with films. I would watch films, come back home and dissect them at home with my father. And I think it was a very organic sort of just decision to get into the movies. And I didn't even know what a director does when I was like, oh, this should have happened here. That scene should have come here. So it was a very natural decision early on that I made.
Let's come to Skater Girl. Why did you choose skating as the sport for your film?
People don't know skateboarding is thriving across India. And I had no clue that skateboarding was a thing that was picking up in India. So when I stumbled upon, the skateboarding movement rising, I was like, this is amazing, because I never had the slightest clue of what skateboarding could do and was doing in these communities. And that idea fascinated me, and sort of I took that germ concept of like skateboarding and its impact in India, and I was like, well, this has to be in mainstream.
Tell me, what were the challenges that you faced while shooting it?
Yeah, it was super challenging because we were an independent film, and we decided to make a skate park, and it was like challenging also because we shot in the summer and we had to get the right actors for it. So it was a whole process where we went from like researching, because I wanted to represent the subculture very authentically, both of like rural Rajasthan, but also of skateboarding. We had to sort of understand what are the tricks. So that became the process of sort of writing the project, and then filming it was its own challenge because construction was a big deal. We decided that we want to make a skate park and impact a new community, so we had to sort of hunt for the right place. While we were traveling and finding the right place, we also had a skateboard in our hand where we would tell girls to step on the board. We would interact with girls from Rajasthan to understand what is their day-to-day. So all of these little things made their way into the story. And then the construction was a bit of a nightmare because we did it during the monsoon. So it was very challenging. And we had a timeline, because not only did we have to construct the skate park, we had to have enough time to train everybody. So after it was constructed, we spent about 5.5 months training our actors, and all of our actors were non-skaters that we found. So yeah, it was quite intensive, and it's been 4 years in the making from getting the idea of this film to its release.
How did Waheeda Rehman come into the film?
We had to wait a long time in front of her. And when we finally did, she heard the concept and she heard the story. and she was emotionally moved, and she was like, I have to do this project. Ye meri taraf se haan hai. That's exactly what she said.
Tell me any film of your father's that you really like.
I really like Kala Patthar, and I like it mostly because it makes me cry all the time, where he sort of sacrifices his life for his friends. And I think that was one role that was so true to his nature in real life, that he was all about his friends, and he had so much love to give that he would take the shirt off his back and give it to somebody, and not think about it. So yeah, that's my favorite film.
Another film that he's very, very, very popular for is Sholay. Have you ever been on sets with him? Do you remember watching Sholay for the first time? What was your age? Tell us more about that.
I mean, I think I didn't watch Sholay until much, much later, and my friends were like, "Are you crazy? How could you have not watched Sholay?" So I think I watched Sholay more out of peer pressure, because my friends were like, "How come you haven't seen it?" But no, we didn't really accompany him on sets. We were fairly protected, and we were not allowed to read film magazines. We were not sort of hanging around filmy parties. So it was a fairly protected environment we were brought up in.
Thank you so much, and we hope we see more films from you, and this time maybe from India.
Thank you so much.